I'm back. Greetings, collective. CJ here, hopping on to do another collective card reading. These are going to be activations and reminders from Source, your higher self, Sophia Gaia Terra, the planet we're all currently standing on, and the quantum field, which is all the other trillions upon 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 trillions of other Chris consciousness beings that are orbiting around us all day, every day, that make up the many quilts of life. Let's go ahead and start. The two cards that we've got for the collective is the energy movement of listen within and the energy movement for willingness. So this is everybody's higher self, the quantum field, and Sophia Gaia Terra coming and reminding you to listen within. Okay, everybody's Mercury right now is activated. It is on and it is responding to frequencies in your reality. So when your Merkaba is interacting with your vessel, your energies are interacting with a dissension frequency, with an entity that's trying to attach, trying to form conditions, trying to put expectations on you, trying to drain energy, you will feel anxiety, you will feel heart palpitations, you will feel nausea, you get shakes, you get the headaches. Okay, this is your Merkaba triangles spinning in a way to show you and to alarm you of what is going on, to alert you of what is going on in your reality. Okay, your Merkaba triangles will spin in opposite directions. They will all spin chaotically to show you what's going on. Okay, now when you get these feelings, when you get this alertness, when your Merkaba starts going off, be willing to listen to it. Okay, be willing to listen to the feelings that you're physically getting, because we will remind you that the mind itself is able to be controlled. The mind itself is able to be programmed, which we have all been programmed for the last 13 millennia. Okay, now the only thing that they cannot stop is your Merkaba. Okay, so when your Merkaba is, when you are getting anything from an ascension frequency to an entity trying to attach, an entity trying to feed, an energy trying to produce loose, trying to spin you out, no matter what it is, your Merkaba is going to alert you to it. Be willing to take action on those feelings. Okay, the moment that you get nausea, the moment that you're getting anxiety, the moment your heart starts palpitating, the moment you start shaking, sit still and listen and be like, hey, this is not anxiety. This is not just nausea. This is not just heart palpitations. This is not just shaking. This is my Merkaba alerting me to a frequency that is trying to attach, trying to energy vamp me, or trying to get me to spin out. Okay, I'm gonna recognize that this is one of my abilities. Okay, and once you start recognizing that, you start being aware of your surroundings. You will know what's going on. You will know the entity. You will know the frequency. You're going to know it because you are putting your energetic currency into your Merkaba. You are putting your energetic currency into taking action on the physical feelings that you are getting. Okay, now this is where the willingness comes in. This is where, are you willing to use your abilities? Are you willing to take the information that you get from your Merkaba, from your higher self, through your source cord, through your crown chakra, right? Your universal law of wisdom. Are you willing to take the actions necessary to clear your reality, to clear your energetic field, to clear your Akashic records, to clear your entire experience of anything dissension, and take all of your matter back? Okay, are you 100% willing to do so? Okay, because Gaia is going to remind you that throughout the 13 millennia we have had entities and clones come into our reality, and we thought they were human because they felt and acted like humans. Where this is where Gaia is going to remind you, you have to be willing to zero space them. You have to be willing to sever those connections. You have to be willing to sever those attachments, to sever or destroy those conditions. You have to be willing to walk away from anybody that is trying to handle you, that is trying to make sure you don't wake up, that is trying to keep you in a energy field of confusion and not knowing what's going on. You have to be willing to walk away. Hashtag walk away, right? So you have to be willing to walk away from these beings, walk away from these entities, and no longer spend your energetic currency on them. right? Because Gaia is going to look at you and be like, you're going to feel so much better. Your Merkaba isn't going to be going off every 2 fucking seconds because you have an entity constantly draining you and constantly energy attaching to you and constantly trying to take your abilities and using your abilities for you. Okay, you have to be willing, once you got this information and once the light's been shined and you know now why your Merkaba is freaking out, you have to be willing to take the free will actions necessary to clear that frequency out of your reality. Okay, same thing when it comes to when you get an orb from your higher self. When you get an orb from your higher self, from the quantum field, or from Gaia, your Merkaba is all going to spin in your Merkaba triangles are all going to spin in the same direction. This is going to make you feel warm. It's going to make you feel fuzzy. It's going to make you feel floaty. Right? It's going to make you feel overall amazing physically. And this is how you're going to know the difference between an orb from your higher self in the quantum field and from Gaia, or a orb from another being, or an attachment, or an energy drain. You're going to be able to tell the difference between the beings that are communicating with you based on how your Merkaba reacts when that frequency comes at you. Okay, so this is where we say listen within, because your Merkaba is not going to lie to you. Your abilities are not going to lie to you. Okay, so when you're using your abilities, when you're using your Merkaba and it is telling you the truth and it is shining the light for you and in your reality, you have to be willing to take the actions necessary based on the information that you have just gotten. Okay, whether it's finding out that your best friend or your significant other is a handler of yours, or a clone, or an entity that is just constantly feeding off of you, and that's why they want to be right next to you all the time, because they just want to energy vamp on you all day, every day, and use your abilities. Right? No matter what it is, you have to be willing to use your abilities, stand firm in your abilities, and be willing to take the free will actions necessary. Okay? Because majority of the information, as we are waking up, as we are getting our remembrances back, majority of the information that we are getting will require an action after receiving the information, whether it's just no longer spending your energetic currency, or going and dropping some DNA, or making sure that the shining the light and showing the truth of what is going on, right? Shining the light, blasting it, putting it out in the quantum field. No matter what the action is, there will be one with it. Okay, and you will find that majority of these actions are very simple, like putting your DNA outside, no longer going to that place, no longer talking to that person, no longer allowing the energy feeding to happen. Right, the actions are quite simple. You just have to be willing to do so. Okay. All right, and a reminder as well that these symbols, as they are energy movements using the chakras in the palm of your hand, filling your chakra system with the white diamond light and tracing these symbols in the air, will allow you to move that energy with intention. But these symbols are also living beings. Everything in the quantum field is a living being. These symbols, the numbers 0 through 9, everything around us is made up of living beings. It's why every creation is a co-creation. Everything that we create with, to the things that we create, everything is alive. Okay, so these beings might, they might tell you to, move my energy, but they also might tell you to write these symbols, like write them somewhere, put them on, put them on your mirror, put them on your walking sticks, on your car, on your tires, on the sidewalk, on random buildings. Put them everywhere, because again, wherever you put one of these symbols, you have now just invited that living being into your reality, into your experience, and it now has the capability of interfering with the frequencies and interfering with the reality that you have now just invited it into. Okay, so just like these living beings, the numbers, they are just like the Christ consciousness beings that are orbiting around us all day, every day, that are here to assist you. They want to assist you. These beings want to assist you, but you have to be willing to ask for the assistance. Okay, it always comes down to your free will and how willing you are to turn on your abilities, and how willing you are to use them, how willing you are to pay attention to them as well. Okay? How willing are you? All right. So that concludes the collective card reading. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. If you like this read and you want to hear more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Ring the little bell so you get notified of every video I post. And a quick reminder as well that all of this information is on lovegrowsgaia.wordpress.com. A lot of visuals and 11 masterclass videos. Is very minimal reading. The visuals are going to remind you of what your chakra system looks like, your source cord, and your golden Merkaba, the universal law diagram, which will have all 13 words, the frequencies, and the portals that are opened up by each. The orb chart of the dimensional spaces of 3 through 7. All of the energy movement symbols and living beings are up there as well, right along with the 11 masterclass videos that will walk you through the universal law, how to apply them, how to activate your chakra system, how to pull down orbs, and how to be the multidimensional God self that you all were before the fall, and your higher self in the quantum field and Gaia. We all want to see you get back into them, so that we can be partying up and living it up in the golden age, the real golden age, and not the golden age these entities want you to have, right? The real golden age that Sophia Gaia Terra is currently in the process of birthing, right? And with that, quick reminder as well. We do all of this stuff for free, and we want to continue to provide all of the reads, the collective reads, the live reads, the information spreading, the activations, the private reads, the private messaging, everything. We want to keep everything for free, and to do so, we run on donation. So if you do wish to donate, you can go to lovegrowsgaia.wordpress.com as well. You'll find the PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo links. PayPal and Patreon both give you the option to do a monthly donation. We really appreciate these because that allows us to have a budget, to know what's going to come in before we go on live, and we can know what we're doing and make decisions and have the money come in, so we don't have to feel so pressured coming online and doing reads and asking for money, because we'd rather see the entire collective put all the monetary down, just put all their money down and start spending your energy like the currency that it is. All right. And a quick shout out to all of you that have donated, that have shown your support. You guys are very much loved and very much appreciated. Again, yesterday was fantastic. I hopped online. We were out at Walmart. We drove an hour and a half to go get some basic things, and I hopped on, and I want to say thank you to all of you that donated yesterday. You guys helped us, assisted us in getting a lot of stuff, so that we don't have to go back to Walmart, at least for a couple weeks. So that is fantastic. And with that, much love.